All right, so now we just need to think about what paper we want for the outside, you know, and it just can be anything. We'll see what we've done for the outside so far. We did that, and that. I think we need like a yellow outside now. Something fun. All right, let's take a look at the paper. I really wish I had a whole sheet of these yellow coffee beans, but I think that's just in the strip. In fact, I don't think there's any coffee bean paper in the collection, is there? Oh, you know what I'll do? Okay, I'm gonna take this. Statute of limitations has run out. You can say gifted by the department. What about that combo? That's kind of a fun combo. Or maybe that edge is better. Yeah, I like that. Okay. That's funny. They deserved it. They deserved it. Look. I could create some. They have this sheet, and I could do a color replacement and like make the butterflies pink and make the blue yellow, and that would at least give it a different vibe. I just don't want to do that right now. So I just don't feel like doing it right now. But I could create some if I wanted to. So I'm going to cut this, and I'll be back. All right, so we've got that, and then that. All right, so now we need to think about what our spike's gonna be, and I think it'll be our blue coffee cup. We've talked about using it a couple times, and I think this is the place. So let me go find it. It's right here. Wake Up and Glow. This will be what we use for our spike. And then the pattern paper for our spike will be the yellow and blue plaid, I think. Just a little strip of that. There we go. All right, so good work. So now I just need to figure out how to do my spike again, because I cannot remember it and never write it down. But I think my spike pieces looks like they're 2 inches apart, and my spike is 1 3/4 inches apart. Okay, that all makes sense. All right, where did I put my spike templates, do you think? Where would a smart person have put those? Where would I put those? Maybe in my scrap bag? Oh, look, they're in my scrap bag. top. Okay, so to create these, I've marked my holes from my template. A previous video will show how to make that template. I'm punching with my 1/8 inch power punch. Did I write down the measurements? No. Here, I'll write it on this template. So the spike equals, I know the spike is 1 3/4 wide, but how long does the spike need to be? 1 3/4 by, let's say 4. All right. And then in here, I have my paper wad. That's very important. And my tiny paper strips. Also important. All right, so now I'm going to put my pieces back in here. You guys go back in your stack. All right, so what do we need? We need a piece of cardstock that's 1 3/4 by 4. That same scrap I've been using all day. I think I have just enough. So let me cut it at 1 3/4. All right. So now this is 1 3/4 by 4, and then we'll just stick whatever we put this on, we'll stick to it. And I think I'm going to just cut this out. I'm going to cut it out, glue it to gray, and then stick it down. So we need a 1 1/2 inch strip of this. All right. I'm going to stick that. Whoops, that's not correct. There we go. All right. So step 1, I'm gonna ink this and glue it down. And then we'll get the spike made first. Or at least the 2 components of the spike. And I'm going to use glue because this is going to go in and out of the loops. So it's better if it's glued than taped. All right. Okay, then I'll just trim the top. All right, so that's ready to go. Just gonna give it a little burnish. Now I'm gonna cut this out and glue it to a scrap. Is it big enough? Oh wow, the same scrap. This scrap is a hero. This hero scrap. Yeah, we used the scrap on the lady, on the band. What else? We used it to make the spike. We're using it for the spike topper. This one scrap has done a lot of heavy lifting. That is good news, Gretchen. All my court cases for my jury duty were canceled. So no one had jury duty. Not a single person. They were just like, yeah, we canceled. All the cases are postponed, so you're good. I'm like, okay, if you say so. If you say so. Yeah, it was great because it doesn't count as me like being excused. So yeah. We had a family Zoom meeting for my dad's birthday. His birthday's at the end of February. And they asked me if I could find that cat filter. So I did do my dad's birthday Zoom meeting with that cat filter, that lawyer cat filter. Okay. All right. So I've got this. Now I'm just going to ink the edges. And we're going to stick it, glue it down. To this, and I'm going to have to do it kind of sideways in order to get it to fit. But at least we'll get it to fit. All right, so now I just need to cut it again. And I'm gonna just use another pair of scissors. Because I'm gonna be working in tighter spaces, and the fabric scissors can be a bit chunky to get in there. But with the letters, I'm not gonna go down in between the letters of the individual words. I'm just gonna go in the space between the words. That way the words have like kind of a background for each word. All right. So this is what our spike is going to look like, which is cute. So I'm going to set these two pieces of the spike aside because we'll want to assemble them once they're in place. So now I'm going to just gonna cut the slits. Connecting the two holes. I'm faster than the scan and cut. Yeah, it feels, with all the struggles I have with the scan and cut, it definitely feels like I just do better just using my hands. Now, I also don't really mind fussy cutting, and I am pretty good at it, I think. So, you know, your mileage may vary as to whether or not you be faster than the scan and cut, but... All right, so this is the top. So I'm going to put the tape on the back. Oop, I put my tape bracelet on upside down. All right, and I didn't do a recording break, so I'll have to make one. I'll probably make one in between the inside and the outside is where I'll do the break. So I'm going to tape, and then I'm going to round the corners, and then I'm going to ink. And then I'm going to stick my spike strap in. And then same with this one. Just going to go around. Once I have done this, we're well over halfway done with the envelopes, and then we just have to, we'll do the 5th envelope tonight, then next week we'll do the 6th envelope, and we will do, think of what some inserts. I'm not taping the wrong side. See? All right, so now we're going to punch the corners, around the corners. I'm using the 3/8 punch from We Are Memory Keepers. All right, now I'm going to ink the edges. And I'm using the pumice stone ink. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my ATG and I'm going to put tape right by the holes. And then I don't know where I put my little strips. I took them out with this and now they're just completely gone. I don't know why I thought I could take those out. I mean, I'll just have to make more if I don't find them when I'm tidying up. Oh, you know, when I took the scraps off my desk for when I did this, I probably swiped them at that time. All right, and so then these go from the back to the front, back to the back, and then you take half of this folded piece and stick it in, and then press it into place. And then you can remove your tape and stick it down. But they're almost certainly in the recycling bin, those two little strips. And then I'm just gonna ATG over them again. Okay, and burnish. And then same procedure on the bottom here. I'm gonna ATG beside those two slits that I made. The tape goes, or the piece goes from the back oops, to the front, from the front to the back. Stick your whole folded piece underneath and then press it into place and then peel it up, tape over the ends, and then peel all your other tape and stick it down. And then all we have to do is make the spike and we are good to go. How wonderful. Okay. All right, so the spike goes in. So we know where we want it to kind of land. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a pencil line there. I'm going to put the glue above the pencil line. And then we'll take our coffee cup and put it into place. Thank you, Barbara Jean. Yeah, it's nice to not have to not to make a box. Not everyone likes to make boxes. So it's nice to have the Pouch-A-Lopes sort of pulled apart and put back together in a way where they work in an album. I agree. Okay. All right. So our spike is done. Let me see if maybe those two little scraps are sitting right on the top of my recycling bin. That would be nice if they were. Oh my gosh, they are. Looky there. So we don't have to make more. I can put them in their bag along with their little piece here. All right. Oh yeah, we did also do the spikes. We have a new non-magnetic closure as well. The spike closure. All right, we saved the strips. Okay, so all we need to do for this page to be done is just to stick our spike in. And wake up and glow. We've got our fourth envelope. So we pull our spike, we pull our flaps, we reveal our layout, and then we've got our clip to hold our photos. So we've got our photo clip. How cute are these? Oh my gosh. So we've got our fourth envelope. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then here's envelope number 4. So we've got 2 more envelopes to do, 5 and 6. And then we just have to figure out what, if any, inserts we want to do for the 6 pouches. And then stick it all in the book and make the cover. So we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, I love how this paper looks on this project, Ellen. I agree with you. It's a very good paper for this project. And I'm happy we're going to be using the paper again on the box set album remastered, because we're going to do a whole album with this paper. Of the 3 albums, we're going to do this one. Remember, we're doing this one, the Beauty Shop, and then, of course, the one we're working on right now, which is the one with the Paris paper. So we still have a lot more to go with that. So I am going to leave it here for the day, because I don't want to start anything with only 15 minutes to go. I don't want to start a new page, so I'm going to wrap it up a little bit early. I'm just going to tidy my desk here. But thank you all so much for joining me. For those of you who've been following along on YouTube, the series will continue this evening as well. And in the archives, of course, I'll be back tonight, and there'll be more videos from March 11th as well. So thank you all for joining me. Remember to stay hydrated and to take care of yourselves. And I'll be back tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time, which is 5 hours and 20 minutes from now. So whatever time it is where you are now, I'll be back in 5 hours and 20 minutes. So right now it's 3:42 where I am. I'll be back at 9 p.m. With more of this book. It's going to be so much fun. I love playing with this paper collection. It's been a lot of fun. I'm glad I have so much of it now, so I don't have to hoard it. How funny. Where did I had this in the scrap bag, right? Yeah, let's put it back in the scrap bag. All right, thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I will see you at 9 p.m. Eastern USA tonight. Otherwise, have a great evening. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye now.